In a season with more than 50 games, it's hard to say any one of them is really a must-win. But as Baylor came into their series with last place Kansas, riding a 5-game losing streak, it was about as close as you can get to one. A tie game in the third inning when the Baylor Bats got started. Trey Richardson with a single into right field. Then, after a Jack Pineda bunt single, Kyle Nevin hit a rope into that exact same spot to load the bases with nobody out. But in a way that just about sums this whole season up, the Bears wouldn't get a run out of that situation. Jared McKenzie struck out, then Chase Wesner rolled into a double play to end the inning, tied at 1. Bases loaded, no outs. No runs. Will Rigney threw a pretty great game for the Bears, except for a little slip up in the 5th. A bloop base hit just over Jack Pineda's head scored 1 run. Kansas would add another later in the inning, and that would be all they needed. The Bears offense couldn't put it together all night, and it bit them. A 3-2 loss in game 1. Now their backs really against the wall in a true must-win the rest of the weekend. The Baylor softball team is getting a break from Big 12 play this Easter weekend. The Bears hosting a short 2-game series against Sam Houston State over at Getterman Stadium. The players say it's a welcome pause from the grind of the Big 12 conference schedule, but make no mistake, Coach Moore said this is a must-win series for the Bears as well as they look to keep their postseason dreams alive.
It's a goal to just kind of work out all the little things that can make such a big difference in the Big 12 because the competition is so fierce. Once you get in Big 12 with every program, have the opportunity to take away a win against any team you play. And so if you can get the little things down, then you have a bigger chance of winning those big games.
Just a 2-game set for the Bears and Bearcats this weekend. First pitch Friday, set for 6:30. Saturday, things get started at 2. A great crowd on hand at Lake Belton for the top 2 teams in District 19 4A. The Broncos taking on Taylor, tied at 1 in the 6th with a runner on third. And check out this play from Connor Bartz. Backhand grab at short. The long throw across the diamond gets the runner and gets Lake Belton out of the inning with the score still tied. Then he sprints over and knocks his brother down in the celebration. A wild crowd there. On to the bottom of the 6th. The Bats finally getting going for the Broncos. A chopper to third, off the third baseman's mitt into left field. Malachi McGehee rolls into second with a double. Does a little dance, and he'd have more reason to dance later. Clint Beck with the infield in, laces one into right center. McGehee comes around to score. Lake Belton with a huge 3-1 win over Taylor to put themselves in prime position for a district title. Another big district battle in Rogers. The Eagles hosting Academy, and it was the Bees jumping out to a quick lead. Runner on third. Time for a little safety squeeze. The bunt to the pitcher allows the runner to sprint in and slide from third to make it 2-0 Academy. Later, John Tomasek going to be breaking from second. A key stolen base for the Bees because as he gets into third base, on the next pitch, the ball gets into the dirt, gets away from the catcher, scoring Tomasek from third base. Academy would put up 5 first-inning runs and coast from there. They get the season sweep of rival Rogers to stay right in the hunt for a district crown with just a couple weeks left to play. Indianapolis is slowly becoming Waco North after the Indiana Fever took not only 1 but 2 former Baylor Bears in the WNBA draft earlier this week. The Fever took both Melissa Smith and Queen Egbo in the first round. It was the first time 2 Baylor players were ever taken in the first 10 picks. It's a full circle moment for a pair of Bears who came to Waco together as wide-eyed freshmen and now leave as 2 of the best prospects in the entire game.
I was telling them keep me updated with everybody that gets drafted to the Fever, and that's when they told me Quinn got drafted. I mean, I was excited. Like, you already know somebody, you know how they play, you're already comfortable with somebody. So I feel like it's going to help a lot.
We all know that we got each other's backs. We know that we're in this together because we came in together. We don't know what to expect. So just the feeling that you're not alone kind of has helped me go about this.
In total, 3 Bears are starting their WNBA careers this season. Smith and Egbo heading to Indy, while Jordan Lewis is off to Connecticut. It's just the second time Baylor has had 3 draft picks in one season.